I'm Abby Martinez, joined by Katie Marsh and Anthony Luparella, filling in for Jack Polishek. Before we get into our normal broadcast, we want to acknowledge a breaking story happening now: Ukraine under attack.
And while we know you've probably heard about this on social media, we wanted to let you know what's going on now. This is the biggest attack between one state in Europe and another since World War II.
Overnight, Russia began launching a coordinated military attack on their neighboring country, including bombing key cities.
The attack comes after Russian President Vladimir Putin recognized 2 areas of Ukraine as independent, sending Russian troops into those areas for what Putin called, quote, peacekeeping.
An advisor for Ukraine's president says, quote, Russia is not only attacking Ukraine, but attacking the rules of normal life in the modern world.
President Joe Biden is promising a swift and severe response. The president plans to speak to Americans today after meeting with the G7, a group of 7 leaders who are NATO allies.
We want to know what questions you have about this conflict, so please head over to our Twitter or Instagram at CPHS News to send them to us.
Now, Carver McDonald has the top 3 things you need to know for today.
Good morning, Sir Parker McDonald with your top 3 things for you today. First, Ukrainian government websites were hit with a series of cyber attacks at the start of the day on Thursday, as concerns over Russian troops moving to Ukraine increased. Many Ukrainian government websites were disabled. United States officials warned that Russia plans to use cyber operations along with military action in Ukraine. Next, Governor Abbott calls on local teachers, doctors, and nurses to report cases of children being subject to sex change procedures as child abuse under existing Texas law. Civilization rights groups have spoken out about the negative effects of the position as spokesperson for the Biden, and also criticized the opinion. Finally, local Austin dad creates Little Jr. for his 9-year-old daughter. It took the software engineer a day and a half to create the site. Once he decided to make the site public, it took only 2 weeks to reach 2,100 users from 33 different countries. The Little Jr. site officials a sneak peek feature when young players get stuck in the wrong path. That's all I have for you today. Have a marvelous Thursday. At CPS News, I'm Carver McDonald. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carver. Katie, your thoughts on Wordle? I know you hate it.
Yo, I knew this was going to be a tricky one today. Wordle. Hate is a strong word, but I really dislike Wordle. Every time I've played it, which has only been twice, and one time I cheated. I just gave up and looked up the word. It just feels so dumb because the first time I played it, the word was those, and I was like, well, I just spent 30 minutes wasting my time trying to find
so
that
maybe
word.
Wordle Junior will be better for you.
That's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
And I really like Wordle, honestly, because I don't know, it's just a quick thing you do to exercise your thinking abilities, I guess. I don't know, I like it.
You seem like a Wordle person.
Like, some days I'm like, you know what, let's do it. And then I try it, and then I finally get the word, or like not even get the word, and then I feel just like an idiot.
Yep.
Like I don't know.
All that time over nothing. With the second semester here, tryouts for next year are starting up, cheer included. This year's cheer tryouts will start on March 7th and go through the 10th. These days will be a mandatory clinic where you'll work on jumps, tumbling, and the school fight song, as well as a dance routine. On Friday, March 11th will be the actual tryouts where you show off your jumps, tumbling, and other things. Cheer captain Janie Jung explains how the tryouts will work.
We just have a few days to evaluate standing tumbling, jumps, and then on the full tryout day, which is the last day of tryout, which is usually the Friday before spring break, it's like kind of like a routine that we make up. You tumble on, and then you do some spiriting, and then you go straight into doing our school fight song and the routine that we make with that.
Tryouts are open to anyone and no cheer experience is necessary.
Water polo season is starting up and the CPHS affiliated water polo team is treading through their season. Although not often talked about, water polo is an action-packed swim sport which involves plenty of hand-eye coordination. The goal of the sport is relatively similar to soccer, except it's all done treading water. The players egg beat or tread through the water, and the only way that the ball can move is by throwing it to another teammate or swimming while pushing the ball in front of themselves. There are 2 goals on each side of the pool, and the way to win the game is simple. Whichever team scores the most points in their respective goal is the victor. Though the game sounds simple, the hours of time spent in the swimming pool, no matter the weather, are extensive. Water polo teammate Trevor von Wupperfeld explains his routine during season and how matches typically work.
I wake up at 5:30 every day. I show up at about 7. We take the tarps off the pool, take out the lane lines, put in the goals, and get to practicing. We have 4 quarters, and then each quarter is 5 to 8 minutes long, depending on where you're playing. And the games are generally about 45 minutes long.
Their first matches are March 4th and 5th at Round Rock. So if you're interested in more water polo, you can speak to Mr. Geisinger, the CPHS swim coach, for more information.
February is officially Black History Month, and here at the Wolfcast we will be partnering with the Black Student Union to highlight a notable figure from the Black community that has made or is making a positive impact on our world. For today's Black History Month FYI, we highlight Olympic gymnast Simone Biles. BSU member Nia Cummins has more.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Nia Cummings here with your Black History Month FYI for today. Gymnast legend Simone Biles became the first U.S. gymnast to win 4 gold medals at the single game and the first gymnast to win 3 consecutive world round titles. As a native Texan, Biles grew up in the Houston metropolitan area. She's considered one of the sport's greatest athletes. One of her greatest achievements is winning the all-around title at the first World Gymnastics Championship and becoming the first African-American woman to claim the title. Biles sent a shockwave across the globe by withdrawing from the 2021 Tokyo Olympic Gymnastics to focus on her mental health. Overall, she has inspired many young African-American women to chase after their dreams and has also inspired conversation among athletes about accepting and prioritizing mental health. With BSU, I'm Nia Cummings, and this was your Black History Month FYI for today.
Thanks, Nia. Now check out a prompt tutorial from the one, the only Ali P.
What up, student body? My name's Ali P. I've been a professional prom goer in the LA area for over 33 years, traveling around the US helping all high school students become prom kings and prom queens. You know what I'm saying? This is what you gotta do. The first part to finding that special someone is having a sign. And all good signs have a good pun, just like these examples. It's time to get started. Now that we got this special, sweet, slippery, sickly sign, I'm gonna hit up one of my special queens that I got on speed dial. Now watch and learn. This is how the magic happens. Hey baby, I got this sign. Do you wanna go to prom with me?
No.
You know, I would have said yes if it was on the Wolfcast.
If that's what it takes these days, do it on the Wolfcast. Join the promposal contest, win free tickets, and a free dinner. Ali P out. guys. Let's go.
Just to recap, CPHS News is putting on a promposal contest. Winners will get 2 free tickets and dinner for 2 at Trulux. We will air your 1-minute promposal on the Wolfcast, or you can come in studio and pop the question from our desk.
To enter, you'll need to fill out the Google form on our Instagram at CPHS News. You can link the promposal video you want us to air there, or let us know when you can come into the studio. After that, you'll just need to pay the $15 entry fee at the CPHS web store.
We can't wait to see all of the entries.
That's all we have for you today. Make sure to keep it up with all of our content, so head over to our YouTube at CPHS News.
You can also follow at CPHS_sports for updates during the games.
More tomorrow, a new soccer hype video, Pet of the Week, weekend destinations, and more.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Anthony Luparello.
And I'm Abby Martinez. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.